Gore Verbinski's Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die feels like a movie that's overdue in more ways than one. For one thing, it marks Verbinski's first movie in 9 years, since A Cure for Wellness. Verbinski was always one of the quirkiest blockbuster directors in the business, who, even when waylaid by too many Pirates of the Caribbean sequels and The Lone Ranger, always hinted at some real brilliance behind the camera. I'd wager that the first Pirates of the Caribbean is still his best movie. But it's also overdue in that it tackles one of the more timeless sci-fi tropes, humanity facing an existential threat due to technology at a time when that reality seems closer at hand than ever. So in this one, a man from the future, played by Sam Rockwell, arrives in an LA diner saying that he's here to save the world from AI, recruiting some willing and very unwilling participants to join him in what may turn out to be humanity's last stand. So, throughout the 80s and early 90s, the Terminator really was the standard of this genre, while The Matrix kind of picked up the torch in the late 90s and early 2000s, reinventing the premise based on how technology evolved. The first two Terminator movies saw robots as a physical menace that would take us over by creating indestructible super soldiers. Yet technology evolved, and James Cameron could have really never foreseen the internet, so The Matrix came along and was able to harness that power, taking the battle into an alternate reality where we're all plugged in. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die feels like the next logical step in the evolution of the genre, introducing a world where, as humans, we willingly give ourselves over to technology as it incrementally takes over our lives piece by piece. Verbinski's film is widely ambitious, with the script by Matthew Robinson allowing it to play as a scathing critique of humankind slowly giving away reality in favor of entertainment and convenience. It feels like the work of a writer-director pair who are deeply concerned with the way the world is going. And just like The Terminator and The Matrix, it works as a cautionary tale while still blasting us with some major entertainment. While Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die isn't quite on the level of either of those two films, it comes a lot closer than you'd think, with it being Verbinski's most satisfying film in over 20 years. He's helped immeasurably by star Sam Rockwell, whose performance perfectly taps into the heightened sci-fi comic vibe of the movie. He's a wild-eyed traveler from the future, trying to rally humankind through a group of strangers he meets in a diner, with this being just one of hundreds of attempts that he's made. His goal is to plug a USB key with AI safeguards into a computer being used to take the technology to the next level, and is operated by a 9-year-old boy. But there's trouble along the way as our heroes run into all kinds of obstacles thanks to some rather nightmarish AI. The film follows a unique template, with the first half almost playing out like an anthology as we get the backstories of the folks helping Rockwell. There's Michael Peña and Zazie Beetz as a couple of teachers being harassed by students who've lost their humanity due to their phone addiction. Haley Lou Richardson plays a young woman who's literally allergic to technology and Wi-Fi, and whose Luddite boyfriend suddenly gets into VR. Most controversially, Juno Temple plays a woman whose son is murdered in a school shooting and replaced by a clone. Some of the stories are better than others, with the school shooting section outrageous but not entirely successful in its satire. Yet they all come together beautifully in the movie's second, more action-driven half, which shifts the focus to Rockwell. Some of Verbinski's imagery, while done on a budget, is arresting, and he also benefits from a great score by Jeff Zanelli. It's fitting that Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is going the theatrical route rather than streaming, as it would have been too ironic and perhaps contrary to the movie's purpose to have it make its debut on a streaming service. Instead, it's getting a rollout courtesy of Briarcliff Entertainment, and it will have to rely strongly on word of mouth in order to make an impact. Back in the 80s and 90s, this would have been labeled a cult film, and hopefully the genre audience that will no doubt love it will come out and support it. It's a wild string, but it's also one of the more invigorating and original pieces of sci-fi that I've seen in quite a long time, and it's nice to have Verbinski back. I give this one a very solid 8 out of 10.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.